Welcome to the stream, folks. Got a couple of things new this time. Got trying a different mic. The Snowball Ice just not really working very well. So I'm trying this microphone. I've used it before in Packet Pushers podcast. That's why I bought it. Works great. From what I know, we'll see how it does on the stream. And also, I shouldn't turn red or purple anymore. I've got some new things going on there, but let's get right into this lab. This is Storm Control, which I don't know if I've ever done this in a lab. Maybe I did for CCNP Switch. I don't remember. It's been a while. I doubt I did, but I had to do a little reading up on this. Storm Control. So just kind of looking through what my options are, since I have not configured this, maybe not ever. I had to, definitely want to look up the commands here that we need to use, so we can limit. It looks like broadcast, multicast, or unicast, different levels. Reading the syntax. Defaults are disabled, of course. Default is a filter and not send an SMTP trap. It's an MP trap. Suppression can be entered as a percentage of total bandwidth of the port, a rate in packets per second, or rate in bits per second. We're doing all three. When it specifies a percentage, a suppression value of 100% means that no limit is placed. Value of 0 means all, of course. If you configure the action to be taken as shutdown, interesting. Sounds pretty drastic. You must use an O shut to bring the interface out of the state. You do not specify shutdown, specify action as trap. When a storm occurs and the action is to filter traffic, the switch blocks all traffic until the traffic rate drops below the rising suppression level. I think that's important to know. If the falling suppression level is not specified, the switch blocks all traffic until the traffic rate drops below the rising suppression level. The falling suppression level is specified. The switch blocks traffic until the traffic rate drops below this level. Looks like we're talking about thresholds. So without triggering the falling suppression, we set 75%. That's your marker. But we may want it to fall below 60% before we remove the suppression. That's what the falling suppression level is, it sounds like. Storm Control is not supported on physical interfaces. I thought we were configuring this on a physical interface. Is supported on physical interfaces. You can also configure Storm Control on an Ether channel. Okay. That's what I thought. Storm Control broadcast level 75.5. Unicast level 87.65. Okay. Storm Control multicast level packets per second 2,000, 1,000. I notice you can use 2K or 1K there. Storm Control action shutdown. They did not give us an example of relative percent of interface bandwidth. That's what we're going to do here. 10 megabits per second. So we got packets per second. And we've got so it can be entered as a percentage of total bandwidth of the port, as a rate in packets per second, which traffic is received, or rates in bits per second. So that's what we want to do here with bits per second. And we don't want to do that as a percentage of interface bandwidth. So that's the distinction between these three. Okay. Did not see an example of bits per second. We'll figure it out. All right, so first exercise, we move this out of the way. On switch 1, we want to limit unicast traffic coming from switch 2 to 150 packets per second. So that is 2 interfaces. So interface range 0, 1 through 2. Storm control. Nope. Maybe it doesn't like it doing to a set of interfaces. Okay, what's wrong here? Can I not do this on this version? Probably because I don't have true physical interfaces, maybe? Well, that's not good. So let me see, let me do a search on that. Yeah, I don't even have the option. Wow. Okay. I can do rate limit. Oh, be. Per second, yeah, that's just bare bones rate. So what I do storm control? Here's NXOS. That's going to help me or not. No license required. Yeah, just type the interface and storm control. Well, geez, this is not supported. So let me just do a virtual lab here. Interface range G0, 1 through 2. Storm control. And we would do in this case unicast. And the level 150. Level is packets per second 150. Let's switch to no storm control on iOS V, folks. So unless I'm missing something, yeah, no storm control in Virl. Can't do it. You have to do the good old-fashioned way here. Just type out the commands. So switch to is we want to limit broadcast traffic on traffic coming from switch 4. So that's going to be interface range B1, 1 through 2. Storm control broadcast level. And this is going to be bits per second. I have to look here. BPS, okay. And what does it tell me here? Rising expression level up to 1. The range is 0, 0. So we got to go bits per second. So we got to type out some zeros here. BPS, not too many. 1, bit, 10 bits, 100 bits, 1 megabit, 10 megabits per second. All right, 1 bit, 10 bits, 100 bits, 1 kilobit. That's right, 1 kilobit. 1 megabit, 10 megabits. And compare this if I do show interface GI01, we know it's a gigabit. What's the bandwidth? That's this many kilobits. So we have to add 3. Same. Hold on. This is 1 gigabit. That is 1 gigabit. So we have to add 3 to that. We're going backwards here. It's not really helping. So that wasn't a really helpful way to see. I guess if we wanted to really have some fun, speed. A virtual environment, not going to mess with it. I'm going to go with this. All right, so that should take care of that one. On switch 4, we want to limit broadcast from switch 1. I think those interfaces are disabled, but assuming they're not, G0, 1 through 2, storm control. This is going to be as a percentage of the interface bandwidth. So the interface bandwidth is gigabit, and we want to limit broadcast level to 1 megabits per second as a relative percentage. So 1 instead of 1,000 megabits is 0.1%. That's not much broadcast traffic. So that is going to be 0.1. Yeah, because I think when we do level without any other yeah, 75.5%. So that is 0.1%. And it does allow us to use decimal points, so. Okay. So that is storm control, guys. I think our next our next lab is going to be about MAC address table static entries. Going to be manipulating the entries and the aging time MAC address table. So should be interesting. Still layer 2 stuff. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much.